guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world for now. Let's start with today's news. Alright, so Ian Wright will be one of the Arsenal legends. Come and talk about the match where Arsenal played yesterday with Liverpool. So Babakonde of the opinion says Zinchenko and Gabriel, they need to do a lot more for Arsenal because in just the single them out for criticism. If we check the goal where we concede against Liverpool yesterday, Ian Wright was of the opinion say Gabriel is supposed to close down on Trent Alexander-Arnold because Liverpool game plan, apart from maybe the one where they play yesterday, check other matches in Liverpool they play. There is this relationship between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah. Trent, they always deliver passes to Salah, over the top passes if they don't fit break down teams. So you are not supposed to allow Trent acres of space to launch a long ball to Salah. Okay, assuming you don't launch that long ball, you will be the fullback, Zinchenko. If they see the long ball they come, you're supposed to hold Salah, mark him, put pressure on him, make him give the pass to another person because Salah is the most dangerous player. In fact, at some point if they watch the match, if Alisson hold ball, Virgil van Dijk will point Salah direction and say launch and launch and launch. Now go launch the ball. So for that reason, you're not supposed to allow Salah so much space. Like you're supposed to allow him control ball, put him down, come face you 1v1. What do you want to do? Many top full backs, left back, never feel hold down. Now you can't be Zinchenko when you say in the always go forward. So now what's in right the top because Ian was very angry with how Zinchenko handled the situation, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, we'll go to 1-1 draw. Now onto the match review proper. Now when you see the way Arsenal set up for the game when they play against Liverpool, Arsenal actually set up fantastically well. We had a good first 11. Saliba was playing for the first time at the Anfield. In fact, surprisingly, we get the early goal. Why did they talk about it? The key to keeping the crowd quiet was scoring early goal. And even though we score early goal, it don't really keep the crowd quiet, but at least it gives us that momentum to build on. Gabriel scored the header, so many thanks to Nicolas Jova because when you check the statistics now, Arsenal don't take advantage of set pieces they score. So we are the top scorers. We and Everton they share that record for the league, but now I believe so we don't go a step ahead of them. So now we'll be the people who don't score most goals through set piece. So I'm very happy with that statistics. All in all, we played the game very well. We played very well. Kai Havertz played very well. Only say don't get 50 yellow card now, so we will miss the next match against West Ham. There were so many questionable calls in the match. So when you check the performances of the likes of Raya played very well. I don't think they put any foot wrong. In fact, I was even saying this is going to be a match where they will test Raya well. And if you check that yesterday, Raya don't do all those nonsenses what they do. If you say you go the whole ball for back, they draw the pass. You know when to santo the ball, you know when to balloon the ball, you know when to make a pass. The guy did very well. Again, I don't think he get anywhere where I go talk say, okay, Raya nice calls this one, Raya calls that one. No. At the end of the day, almost everybody going to blame Zinchenko. In fact, to make the thing look like say it's funny, before the match, everybody already they complain say this Zinchenko is our weakest link. If you watch our show yesterday, I thought say Salah is going to lick Zinchenko like a pot of soup, and I would say I saw it coming. I expect that, so, and it is what it is. Thank God say we were never embarrassed because when you check the last 5 games we don't play at the Anfield, we'll check. We'll see, we chop 3-1, chop 4-0, chop 5-1. I look at the chop and I say we'll not be anybody. But now, nobody can come and beat us 2-0 unreplied, 3-0, 4-0, all those kind of ridiculous scores we don't happen in the past. Those era are gone. Now, we men. Alright, so away from that, so after the match, when they ask you again, club, I take see the game. So but when they analyze, say these are two top teams. You guys, we share the points. Say it was a really good game, super intense. Oh my god, they are so good. I don't even take qualify Arsenal. Say Arsenal are so good. Like we'll match them toe to toe for Anfield. The wine. Nobody say that we did homo. Now then they homo. We had 49% possession of the ball while they had 51% possession of the ball. Like we said, if we display, we let them know say anywhere, any day, anytime, no matter who they play against, the good there will match up against now. Play now like normal. They play to win, they play to draw. By the end of the day, we just took a draw home. But some of the things we happen for the match, if you watch, you know, say Liverpool defender, the one with the Max Saka, Simiskas, the guy gets one incident which Saka body check him, you get, he can't fall, you can club, he can't fall clear, you can club, can't fall on top of him. So the guy break in collarbone. Okay, so that one might be another sore part of the game. So wish him all the best of luck in his quick recovery. Get as they try to recover, because who you go blame? Get he try to body check Saka said body check him. So that 50-50. And he come further, and club self will land on top of him again. It can complicate issues. Maybe they can bring in Gomez, which means that first and second choice fullback the outside. Yeah, so it is what it is. That's what football be. They happen. Alright, so Ateta said come and second they analyze his own, whether they ask him, say I think see the match at the end of the day. Ateta can talk say the boys then deserve big credits for going to Anfield and performing the way they did, because it no dey easy to go play for Anfield like that. Like it can't be like saying that we dey home. Like we held our own. Only say yesterday and another day we say we know say we no get striker, because that yesterday if say we get striker, but we're supposed to disturb them. Like we created some chances on the front of. Look at that one where Saka gets 1v1. With Saka no score. Okay, Saka come free up for Martinelli. The way they run, they come body your front. We expect you to just bomb back. Even if you go balloon and jump back, please everybody know say you wipe up, you can run pass ball. When you come back like those kind of situations. Now they expect people like Trossard to do there. Oh my God, Trossard go wipe him. At least wipe him. Anything can happen, can still deflect, enter. But why you run past ball and not just understand what's happening? Like yesterday, Martinelli not really impressed me the way I expect to get. So it is what it is. And yesterday, this have been the talk. Say I want to see that Ibrahim Konate. The guy they play ball. The guy they play. Yesterday, the guy in short, he even stopped most of our play more than even Virgil van Dijk. That guy they play. And the guy na baller. They play. And now I see why the champ, the bench and Saliba. That Konate, though Konate don't play for France before Saliba entered the picture, but that Konate they play, they got the ball. Alright, so Ateta also got to talk, say we get the confidence, say if we go any ground, go play well. You get say now the mentality we Arsenal get. That is why when they talk about the Anfield crowd, this one, I say, well, Anfield, nothing they expect. It don't be like any, it's the same thing as Manchester United or any other stadium. You get our own, not be about who they sing, who they chance. When they go there, stick to our own game plan and play and well. Just unfortunate, say we get some lapses, some weaknesses at our back, because people when they talk for social media say the way to beat Arsenal is just launch the ball to whoever is marking Zinchenko and make the person dribble Zinchenko can wipe shots. By the time you wipe like 4, 5, 6 shots, one go enter. You get, and the person says Zinchenko they struggle against quick players with this small. Look at Arsenal like struggling against Leon Bailey. Look at Liverpool now, is struggling against Salah. So it is what it is. But the team says Zinchenko gets some things when they offer Arsenal moving forward. That's why we forgive some of all this in excesses. That's just the way it is. Alright, so after the match, so Trent Alexander-Arnold come as I call it to say what happened for that match and what did them really expect, because Arsenal are a strong side just like us, which is them, Liverpool. So you just shower us encomium and give us our flowers. Say it was a really good game. Like nobody will really complain for that match. Everybody just say it was a really good game. It was a really good game. So it just be two big teams with jam. You get. You see why Jurgen Klopp when they cry for the fans to turn up. Although he said Anfield, my God, see they really turn up. They were singing, chanting. They made the atmosphere very, very interesting. But the second half, the first 10-15 minutes, they give us rush hour part 1, part 2, part 3. We said, we stand down, we bounce and back, say for nothing is up. So continue the gameplay, get. As we stand that in there, so we become confused. Liverpool just try different tactics that will go long. They'll play tiki-taka, they'll play cross and nothing they stop. Because the Gakpo was nullified. Luis Diaz, why they even feel say, best player, Colombia, South America. But White put down for one corner. The only weak link where they're going to use, now be that Zinchenko wing. As that go up, call it say, God, how I wish they told me. Our samurai warrior, how I wish he was available. He go just carry Salah, pocket time. All those long balls that they give Salah, Tomiyasu will not amount, because Zinchenko is not that tall. That's why they launch long ball. Go there, because it depends on the second ball. But it is what it is, at the end of it was a nice game. Danny Murphy also will be one of the pundits out there. Call it to say if there is any young holding midfielder when they learn the game, we just they learn. Get say, you know what you go do? Model your game according to how Declan Rice is. Like Declan Rice is the template for anybody who wants to become a holding midfielder in the future. When they learn the ropes, because what that guy does for Arsenal offers them defensive stability and offensive stability. He protects the back four and allows the likes of Kai Havertz and the likes of Odegaard to bump forward, say nothing they saw. That defensive layer, you see when at the time I said the guy they offer extra layers of security to the Arsenal back line. People don't really understand what they talk. When you watch the way this guy plays, see that yesterday, see how people just fall down, people just give some kind of misplaced passes. Declan right, in head just did there. Baba they put pass. At some point I was seeing him shouting, calm down, calm down. That second half, that 10-15 minutes when you all rush hour, they tell the Arsenal players, calm down, calm, be calm, be calm. Oh that guy, money well spent, I beg. Even your club self at the end of the day, come go hug him. I don't know that I see that side. Club go hug him. I don't know what they tell him. I don't know they tell him, now you stop all our attack, they break all our play. Because of Declan Rice, Liverpool were going long. Because they don't say, if they say they tiki taka, know how. Havertz with the long leg and Declan Rice, they go break up that place. So for that reason, they don't get choice. They go long. You know what it means for Liverpool to be at Anfield and be going long. Outside of respect now, they could not play their normal way. We forced them to go long. No. Now what we do Man City now? Don't forget, play on that them. We forced them to go long. Alright, at the same time, Arteta also the talk said the game was unbelievable game of football. One of the most intense he has ever seen in the last 20 years when he done the experience football. Because in fact, if you check your club post-match press conference, he said the game was intense. At some point, club can say it was too intense. Like this is what people will be saying. If you are a neutral, you can't watch ball, you will enjoy. Like it was entertaining to watch. Don't be like the Liverpool Manchester United game on one side, one can't try to win. This is what I'm saying. It was entertaining to watch. People were happy to be on the field of play. Now they probably ask Arteta, say, okay, based on we don't enter the second half of the season now, and when you check now, you see Arsenal ended Christmas last year, Christmas and then they on top. This season, Christmas, and let's say they on top. Say it is a good omen. They could ask Arteta, say second half of the season, how now go take the look things. Arteta said, do you think so they don't learn for this first half? We don't want to try to implement and change for second half. Now say we need to kill off games, especially when you are dominant. When you check the matchup players, the first 15-20 minutes, Arsenal like 4-3 clear-cut chances. We were supposed to bury, and we couldn't bury them. So if to say we bury those things, first half, we supposed to run like 3-0, 4-0 up. Before Liverpool will know what they eat them. Second half, they go rally around, maybe 4-1, 4-2, match don't end. So, but this is what it is. So, second half of the season, of course, before you know now, we don't play our 19th game. So, second half of the season, we need to make sure, say, we kill off games. Very, very important. Even David Luiz also come and second and say based on what Arsenal they do this season, say Arsenal actually winning the league, say Arsenal they play very, very well. Kudos to Mikel Arteta for changing the mentality at Arsenal. Say that was a very, very big work. Say in they push Arsenal, in they tip them to win their first title in about 20 years or thereabouts. So it is what it is. That is the blueprint. That is the road. You get what would this look? So okay, maybe this season will be our season, but we'll just watch our season go. As it stands now, don't forget we are just 6 points ahead of the likes of Man City, and Man City get one match outstanding. They get the match against Brentford, who they already postponed, but their next match on the 27th against Everton. Everton said they'll lose their match against Tottenham Hotspur, so I don't know whether the losing will just continue against Man City or maybe they're not going to lose. Remember, I say they just win like 4 or 5 matches straight. After that, they're 10 points deduction. So what you see is going to be, we are 1 point ahead of Liverpool. So we'll just continue. Alright, Jamie Carragher also come and say that match yesterday, say it was a masterclass from 4 centre backs: Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. Arsenal defenders made sure Liverpool no get any slack. They limited Liverpool to few clear-cut opportunities. The best chance when Liverpool get, and that say they fought to beat one. Maybe say Trent Alexander-Arnold conjure back. That was their ever best opportunity. Then the Liverpool side, I tell you, I said that Ibrahim Konate, he was a better defender than Van Dijk. In fact, yesterday I saw one picture where they say they give Saliba man of the match. I don't know how true that was, whether it's Photoshop or whether it's true. But Saliba was the man of the match yesterday. When people wanted to say Saliba could call him man of the match for Liverpool Anfield, and Virgil van Dijk did there, and Konate did there. Why they don't give them man of the match? Because that the banter Liverpool, but I can't verify whether that image is true. So because I did for live that I know watch the aftermath, so I don't know how many of you always see this thing, who then give man of the match for the game. Shina true say as Saliba. Let me know in the comment section. Alright, even Odegaard now, you know, say there's a controversy about Odegaard's handball, whether a penalty or whether not a penalty. Many people don't drop their opinion. So me now, when I saw that thing, it was an accidental handball, like in sleep. And if you remember what happened for Aston Villa when they tossed Matty Cash, when they can't touch ball, they say na accidental. For that reason, they don't give her. So you know what makes sense if you don't give Matty Cash handball as a penalty. Why you go come give Odegaard on as a penalty? Where you see say Odegaard, it was obvious. Everybody knows say in sleep. As in the sleep, he can use his hand breaking fall. One put him. You know say no man, if you sleep, go one guide now. So now we take out the ball and go touch his hand. So therefore, the referee Chris Kavanagh, that referee, very very impartial, unbiased. That guy controlled the game. Many situations you don't want me to give person red card or penalty. The guy controlled everything and everything went fantastically well. Even though I watched the review of the match by Michael Owen. Owen said that it was a penalty. Then the referee supposed to blow penalty. Even the right to the Arsenal legend say it was a penalty. Handball is handball. Like so many people don't put in their own opinion out there, say that's in a penalty. But the truth is, for me, it was a slip. Even the PGMOL actually came out to analyze that penalty incident. So PGMOL when they explain, say Odegaard's hand was moving forward toward his body to break a fall. It wasn't deliberate, or his hand was not in an unnatural position. He slipped, get. And if you remember, when Saka slip, foul somebody, the one made Chris Kavanagh referee, may give Saka second yellow card, may Saka get red card. But back when they explain, say even the VAR and say Saka slipped. Even they expect the Liverpool player say he slipped now. It wasn't deliberate. He slipped. Even the person waiting for don't stand up. Saka don't accept the Saka apology. He don't move on. Yes, I still want me to give a card. What's this so? So that one accept now accidental. That one move on. So what they got doing? The PGML concluded, even the VAR, the referee, that it was a slip and it was accidental. You don't penalize people for accidental handball, you get, because it don't happen to us before. They don't give us penalty. If to say they give penalty, it would have been a bigger controversy because the VAR said it was not clear and obvious. Okay, so move on. Yeah, right. One comment psychologist say, so one of the reasons why Arsenal can go to Anfield with confidence is the fact that Declan Rice is playing for them. See that Declan Rice, it gives them so much confidence. If they isolate Declan Rice, come on for Arsenal, can I go give Liverpool? Liverpool will beat Arsenal yesterday. That guy is so good. You get. It's just I don't know what I want to talk about the player again. He can't just do too much. So it is what it is. Alright, so away from that, so Michael Owen, also going to talk about the match they played yesterday. So going to say Arsenal, the weakest link where Arsenal, like the weak link alone where Arsenal gets for their team, that is Zinchenko. And at the same time, the sad part is that Zinchenko, who is the weak link, is also a strength to Arsenal because he's a weak link in the sense that he jumps forward, he goes to add more bodies to the midfield, leaving that his own wing vacant. So before the Roma guys go see me go cover and there, if the opposition get a very quick and pacing winger in likes of Leon Bailey, in likes of maybe Kulusevski, or the likes of maybe Mohamed Salah, so they will exploit all those things because in games it is all about margins, fine margins, all these little pockets of spaces. You need intelligent players to exploit them. The way we said they exploit opponent spaces. So now so it will be. Then when you check about why he's called a strength. When he helps Arsenal to add more bodies in the midfield, he allows the likes of Havertz, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka to bump forward and be behind Gabriel Jesus. So that same quality where you take the look and say, okay, this guy good though. Another thing say they take look, okay, this guy they bad. So at the end of the day, we don't get choice. That is why I told you, we will forgive Zinchenko for a lot of his excesses because of what he adds to the team moving forward. He does something that not many members of our team can do. You get. He allows us to play 3-2-4-1 when we collapse our 4-3-3 original formation or a 4-2-3-1 original formation, and it is what it is. Alright, so my dear Arsenal lovers, if you know what yesterday show, check the top left corner of your screen. We'll see the thumbnail. Click and subscribe and get the last now update as they drop all over the world. So start signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like them out.